a very interesting teaching moment with the Super Bowl halftime this year. My roommate and I were watching it, and this year it was rappers Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige. And we're sitting there watching this, and we're thinking it's the worst thing we've ever seen in the entire history of Super Bowl halftimes. She's 81, I'm 76. Even though I'm okay with rapping, I'm okay with that. This particular show, I just thought it was, we couldn't believe it. So they had this little white building type thing with all these rooms in it down there on the floor, on the field, and they would have each room had different people in it dancing and rapping and singing and all this stuff. And we do have to say that it was pleasant. That there were not a whole bunch of half-naked women up there dancing, which they've had quite a few times in the past Super Bowl halftimes. Anyway, so we're thinking it's horrible. So I'm talking to my friend Mark, and I told him my opinion, and he says, "Oh my gosh," he said it was the best thing he's ever seen. He was so proud of these guys who started out on the street, and now they're out here singing at the Super Bowl. So he sees that as a very big symbolic thing, that they started out, very humble and like on the street, and then now they're way up here. So he thought that was really great, and he loves the music, and he thought it was great. So then I was going on a trip with my son and his family to Lake Havasu a few weeks ago, and I was mentioning to them that I just thought it was horrible, and they go, "Oh my gosh, it was the best thing we've ever seen. It was just fabulous." And I said, well, my other son texted and said, at least it wasn't political. And I said, I would know because I didn't understand any of the words on it. And then Katie said, my daughter-in-law says, oh, we knew all the words and we were singing with it. It was just absolutely fabulous. And I have to say that I only just recently, literally recently, like in the last year, found out that Eminem is not a group and that he's white. And that's the first time I've ever seen him performing anywhere. So I'd heard about him all the time, never saw him, didn't know it was a he as opposed to a they. So that's where I am on this whole scene. So anyway, so the point I wanted to make on this is that your opinion about something has to do with the experiences you've had in your past, like how you were growing up, what you were exposed to, what you listened to, what you watched, and I watched some different stuff, and they watched a lot of this, because they're like 39 and 51, and I'm 76. So apply this to, say, politics, and say maybe there's a politician that you just can't stand. Like in some families, you may have somebody who loves them and somebody just hates them. And it all depends on what you've been listening to, who you read, who you watch, what news shows you watch, what YouTube you watch, that kind of thing. What you are exposed to is what makes up your decision of your opinion of what you have about that person. So it doesn't make the other person wrong. Everybody's got your own unique perspective, and it all came through your experiences in life. And the most important thing is that we need to allow people to have their own opinion and have it, you don't need to go in this cancel culture stuff. If somebody says something that you don't agree with, well, you just don't agree with it. You don't have to go and cancel them and say you're never going to buy anything from it, never going to shop in that store, never going to do this again. We need to just allow people. Let's have some tolerance of other people's opinions, and then a lot of this tension that's going on in the world right now could really soften up. So let's see what we can do to play our part in that, to tone things down so it's not always so intense and so inflamed, and see what we can do to help the world situation calm down. Hope you all are having a great day. I am, and I'll see you in the next video.